Now that I've got my camera set up, I'm going to move over into the attribute editor to talk about some of the camera attributes. My attribute editor is in a tab with my channel box. If you don't see your attribute editor, Control A will always show you the attribute editor. I want to be in my camera's shape node to start, and I will just twirl up all of these things. The camera has a lot of different attributes. We're going to focus on a very small number of them. As an example, environment is almost completely useless. It will set a background color for your renders or allow you to generate an image plane in the renders, and those are two things that I strongly recommend against unless you're trying really hard to create a 2D effect. Special Effects creates a shutter angle which can be useful in motion blur, and we're not ready for motion blur just yet, so that's another one that we are just completely going to skip. Depth of field probably looks useful, but if I come down here, there's an Arnold tab, and the Arnold tab will do a much nicer job with depth of field, so we'll probably skip the depth of field up here as well. A number of these options are really useful, like the camera attributes. The camera attributes will allow me to do things like set the focal length. Maya defaults to a standard 35mm focal length, but if I wanted to make a fisheye lens, I could go a little bit lower. I will use an extreme example. I'll go all the way down to 5, and it looks like my objects moved much further away. They didn't. My camera is still in the same place. What changed is the lens distortion, the curvature of my lens. As I move my camera closer to the objects, I'll do that here, you can see that they are becoming very distorted. I'm getting an extreme fisheye with my camera. So again, the default is 35. As I lower that, I can fisheye the camera. This can be nice if you do it very subtly. If I go down to about a 25, what that'll let me do is get a little bit closer to my objects without really distorting them. So if I'm trying to isolate an object, it can be nice to use a slightly shorter focal length. If I move my focal length in the other direction, let me go all the way up to 100. What that does is it creates a camera that's closer to an orthographic look. I get less perspectival distortion. So a higher focal length will give me a cleaner, more architectural image. A lower focal length will give me a more distorted, more fisheyed image, and the standard focal length is 35. And now we're back to normal. I will let you adjust your own focal lengths, and this seems like a good time for me to stop this video. When I get back, I'll talk about the clip planes, and we will move over and discuss the film back as well.